Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the whipped cream look topping on top of a candle. This is the products that you will have to use. First, you'll need a pot that is half full of water, and the water helps the wax melt and not burn. Next, you will need this little pot, and you put the wax in it. Next, you will need your wax. Next, we have a stirrer to make sure that all the wax melts and there's no chunks or none of it burns. And it holds the wick in the middle so that the candle isn't off-centered, and each one of these little grooves is for a bigger candle to make sure it's centered. Then there is the color and the smell of your choice. This one's color also has the smell on it, and I chose cinnamon and roasted pear. This is the stickies that go on the bottom to hold it into the candle. And then this is the regular wick that normal candles have. So now I pre-made part of the candle, and this is the one that I made that's going to get the whipped topping on it. For the whipped topping, you're going to need a bowl to whip it in and a whisk to whip it. Any whisk will do. And a piping bag with a tip. This tip works. And then because I'm a sparkle lover, I got eco-friendly biodegradable glitter, which is the only glitter they suggest for candles because when it burns, it doesn't release toxic products. And last but not least, I pre-made some fruit to go on top of the whipping. Okay, so first you put the pot of water on the stove to boil. And then you start the stove. I usually do at about half temperature. Your pot for the wax and put it in. And then you put the wax in the pot and you leave it on to boil until it melts. Just make sure as it starts to melt, you stir it so that none of it burns and none of it stays clumpy. Just remember, you got to mix throughout. Okay, so now I got my scent and I'm going to add as many drops as I want in it to make it smell good. And then I just mix it in. It's melted, as you can see, totally melted. I will take it and I will put it in my bowl. And I gotta wait for it to cool down some before I can start whisking it, because it makes it easier to scrape the wax in if you have this container held open for you. When we make this into the whipped topping, and also you have to do it fast because it cools faster because it's been cooling so that you can whip it. I like to check on it every once in a while, give it a little stir so that it doesn't harden in just one spot and the rest is all soft, because it will harden on the top before it'll harden on the bottom because that's where the cool air is. Okay, so this is like the consistency you want to start whipping it. If it starts to harden, then don't worry, you didn't ruin it, you just gotta remelt it. You wanna pretend like it's egg whites and beat it until soft peaks form like an egg white would. And then you take all this, and you take your mixer, and you quickly put it in the piping bag. Then you just pull it out your cup, and I like to work it down and squeeze it in there first. And then you can put as many swoops as you like. I usually do 4. Some people like it with just 1. I do 4 because I like putting extra berries in it. This one took 3. And then you can do a little one there, a little one there. Okay. Then I'm going to take some glitter and make it shiny on top. And then I'm going to, for the finishing touches, I'm going to add my fruit that I made earlier throughout the design. And then this is my final project, my final candle.